Attention viewers, this video is not intended for kids. What's up everyone? I hope that life is treating you well. Here's another how to assemble video, and this time I'm going to show you guys how to assemble an action base 1. And to me, the action base 1 was a little bit more challenging than the action base 5, because the action base 1 does require some hardware installation, and it was a little bit confusing because the hardware was labeled in Japanese, and I did try to look for the translation online into English, but it didn't really help that much, and I still got confused and had to do some trial and error to find the right length for the screws that's provided. But after watching this video, you guys should have no problem installing the right screw for the part needed. As a reminder, I will have the timestamp or time codes in the description of the video for each one of the steps shown. This way you guys can skip around for your convenience to any section that needed further clarification. Also, I will have the text corresponding to the pieces needed to complete each one of the steps. Step 1. Number 5. Notice that on one of the side of number 5 there is this part that's protruding out, and the base, this is A. Flip it over. Also on one of the side is keyed out, and that's where you're going to line it up, the key out with this protruding piece here side. If you don't do that, when you put this in, it will not be flush, and then when you put on a flat surface, it won't be even. Number 3. Now there are 8 sides. You can pick any side that you prefer. For me, I'm just going to line it up with all these writing here, like so. Okay, if you notice, there are some cracks here. So for my base, it did not came like that. I think I may have dropped it once or twice, and that's what happened. Step number 2. So for step number 2, I am going to do things a little bit differently compared to the instruction provided. First, I'm going to show you guys the difference between number 3 and number 2. This is number 3, and this is number 2. They look kind of similar, but the sizes are different. Number 3 is bigger than number 2. And also on number 2, there's an arrow right here, and it's going to point downward. Number 13 and number 14. Here's number 3 again, like so. Number 15 and number 16. And this is number 2. Number 5 and number 4. Number 4 is going to go into number 5 with this knob out, and there are arrows indicating that it's going to go in that direction. So number 5 and number 4. and this would be the top. So number 1 over here, and this is like a look like a ring. Also, there's like a key out, so it's gonna slide all the way on top to number 5 here, like so. And this is the top part. And this is where number 2 is going to go in. Same thing. There's a key out portion of it. And the bottom also keyed out. Number 3. Step number 3. Step number 3 does require some hardware installation, and to prevent any confusion, I am going to start with it. You would need a Phillips head screwdriver and the hardware that it's provided for you in the package. The confusion part was that the hardware has Japanese labeled, and the length that you would need for it is 10 millimeter. I found out through trial and error. And if 10 millimeter does not sound like it means anything, just pick the longest screw in the package and you're good to go. This is number 8. I'm going to put the nut on it first. Now put your finger behind it so that it does not fall out. Number 9. Number 11. Okay, the screw in it. Remember, one finger behind. Do not over tighten it. So how do you know if you have over tightened it? Well, you can feel it. Now that it's a little bit too tight, and the sound that it makes. So I'm going to loosen it a little bit. Right there. You should feel a little bit of friction. That is the right amount of tightness, at least for me. So I'm going to start with number 2. Number 2 has this part here that number 12 is going to sit into, and here's number 12. Number 12. So this position here is unlock. If you move this up like this, that will be lock. So unlock it. And then this here is number 6. Now you want number 6, these ridges right here, to face this locking mechanism, and it goes like this. Then this piece right here is number 1. Line it up. That sounds pretty satisfying. And here is the hardware piece you have. It goes on top. Now see, there's a cutout right here. So line it up like so. You are finished with number 3. Step 4. Number 6. Step 3. So this part and this locking mechanism facing the same direction. For my case, it's this way. Like so. number 7. From step 2, goes in here. Step 5. Number 4. Step 1. Step 4. Step 6. In step 6, they gave you some options for different types of holder. Here I have a U-shape holder, and the U-shape holder that I have here is number 10. And I also have 2 more here still on the runner, number 8 and 9. And then this is number 11. Number 11 is a peg type holder. Number 7. There is no specific name for it that I know of, so I'm just going to call this a peg type holder as well. And it does require a 2.5 millimeter screw to use this holder. And here is the illustration to use that holder, number 7. And this is number 11 peg type holder here. And of course the U-shape holder. Okay, so the only thing left now is to add the final touch to it, which is to use the holder that you prefer. I'm using the U-shape holder. Goes in like so. Congratulations, you are now finished with the Action Base 1. And let's do some comparison. Action Base 5, Action Base 1. Now the Action Base 1 is so big that the arms is not even in frame. How about we compare it with something else? Here we have a can of soda and the Action Base 1 here. And as always, thank you for your time and attention. I hope that this video was helpful for you guys. And if you have any suggestions or questions for me, go ahead and leave them in the comments below. I will see you in the next video. Until next time, have a great hunt.